Okay, we slide now. We slide now. We slide now. We slide now. We slide now.
Make it happen, Captain.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? Your Alpha is here. My brother Kid here. How's everybody doing on? Happy Sunday, for everybody. As you guys know, I now do my open mic Q&As now on Sunday. You guys seem to really enjoy it being on Sunday. More people come through, ask questions. I'm starting to get back into the phase of putting up the announcement so people can know when the Q&A is going to start or when it's going to air. And if you can't make it, you leave your questions down in the comment section down below, and I'll answer them on the live show. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I got a spot of ice cream. Don't mind me. Sorry. But hope everybody's well. And I'm going to go to the channel, to the announcement vid, and see exactly some of the people. Because there were some questions there, and I'll answer those questions first. So before I delete the announcement video, I recorded that when I was on the job. I was in the mall, so I'll just record that. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Okay, there's people from Jason Case and Shoujo. They left some questions. Who's that? Oh. Anyway, Shoujo just had to say he had a disappointing Saturday because both of his college football teams choked and lost in double overtime. Most likely, I'm feeling great today in Titans. The Titans defeated the Browns in Cleveland, and also give Wolverine comics and a printed picture from their. Okay. Okay. But yeah, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so Shoujo asks me. The questions here. Here we go. Shoujo asks me, what are your thoughts on DuckTales reboot version of Darkwing Duck in the series? I loved it. I love the new DuckTales, the remake. I don't really call it a reboot. I love it. And what they did with Darkwing Duck was really smart. It was great. I like that approach of making Darkwing Duck basically the quintessential version of Adam West's Batman. It was a TV show, and then over time it got the original actor. He still wants the fame, but there's a new actor that comes along. Edgar Wright voiced the character in that episode, and they were going to make Darkwing Duck really darker and things like that, and he was kind of against it. Launchpad was against it. And what turned out, the outcome of it turned out to be very interesting because the actor Drake Mallard, who is Darkwing, was the new actor playing Darkwing. He's actually really good at it. He's a martial artist, all this other stuff. And Launchpad is like, yeah, you're really good at it. You should continue doing this. But what makes it even cooler is how Negaduck came about. He is the original Darkwing Duck actors, and I thought that was really cool. I like that. It was really good. But yeah, it was fun. I'm loving it. I love this series. You know, I love the whole fact of we get to see Huey and Dewey Louie's mom. You know, Darla Duck. You know, it was really cool. Like, because you go back to the original one, the one that I grew up on. Even the old cartoons, you never saw it. It's always been that case with cartoon characters that have nephews. It's like, okay, then who's the mom? Like, who's their mom? Like, it was that way with Popeye. you know, Popeye, Pipeye, and all of his nephews. I was like, wait, so Popeye's got a sister, right, or a brother? Where are they? Um, for a while, it was kind of that way a little bit with Scooby Doo. It was like, okay, Scrappy Doo, okay, who's Scrappy's mom? And then we finally get to see Scooby's sister, and you know, the same way. So, and I love that, and I love the fact that she was on the moon, and you know, trapped on the moon, and the moon had life on it. Then Donald got stuck on there, and now he has to get back to Earth because there's an invasion coming, and it was good. That was good. What are your thoughts on Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance? You know what? Honestly, out of all of Jim Henson's creations, I never was a big Dark Crystal fan. I never was. I don't know. It it just didn't intrigue me as much as maybe other people. I'm glad it's doing well. I'm glad people enjoy it, but for me, it was never. I never watched the original when I was younger. You know, never like all the stuff that Jim Henson did from the to you know the Muppets to Sesame Street. There's some characters on there. The Faggle Rocks, all that stuff. Yeah, I love that. But this was I never really was a fan. Sorry. Um, do we need a SWAT Cats reboot? Because I've backed up on Kickstarter. I'm still waiting. Have I would love it. I would love to see SWAT Cats come back. You talking about that Kickstarter called SWAT Cats Revelations or something like that? I would love to see a reboot of that. I love SWAT Cats. I thought it was a great show. Back in the day, back in the early '90s, you know, it was anamorphic cats. You know, and they were cops, and then they were kicked off the force, and they became vigilantes. I love the fact that they created the Turbo Cat with just junk scrap metal that they found in the scrap yard where they had to work. Um, the villains were pretty cool. My favorite villain out of the SWAT Cats, I say, was Dr. Viper. I liked him more than Dark Cat and all that. Even though Dark Cat was like the big main villain, but yeah, I liked him. The only problem I had with SWAT Cats for a while, and I got over it, but it was just one of the things was like, you know, okay, how good are they outside of the Turbo Cat? Like, and they played that up in the series too, like they're nothing outside. And we saw them finally get out of the jet and start working, and it was great. But yeah, it was a good show. I would love to see that come back, go more into detail, you know, or not even make it a remake. Make it like, okay, what's going on with the SWAT Cats now? Like, are they still, you know, it doesn't always have to be a reboot, you know, continue the story because in my opinion, the series, I don't even think it really ended on like okay, that's the end of them, you know. That's why I'm so happy to see this new He-Man coming to Netflix. And have you reacted to Smash Bros coming off character? Yeah, I saw it already. Sorry. Fighter Generation sent me it, and I just watched it. But I already knew who was going to be the Lone Wolf. Terry Bogard is coming to Smash Bros. Congratulations to having SNK making a big stride, putting that character in there. There were other probably a lot of people probably thought other characters gonna, but you know, when you think about Fatal Fury, you think about Terry Bogard before, and I'm glad to see him. I'm looking forward to seeing all his move sets. Sure, he's going to have the Burning Knuckle, maybe the Power Geyser or the Power Wave. Crack Shot probably would be up in there. You know, Terry Bogard's one of my favorite characters from SNK, not just Fatal Fury. But yeah, he is kind of essentially the quintessential Ryu, even though he doesn't look like Ryu. You know, people always say it's Ryo because he does look like Ken and Ryu, but it's Terry. But I already saw it. Sorry. Okay. And those are all the things that was on the announcement video. Now for the questions here. Okay. So who is it? Omnitron, Travis, Tony. Charles. What other pack members are here? Caroline. Um, and that is about it so far. Once again, guys, you want to support your boy, support your alpha. Link in the description down below. The store is up, and there's merch and stuff like that, so you can buy your merch. I'm working on new merch as we speak, new slogans and things like that. It's coming. Okay. Uh, Computer robots. Hello, Chris. I don't know if you remember me, but I've been watching you since 2011, and I got a question for you. Still hate Emma Frost. Are you happy that Jean Grey Summers is back? Laughing out loud. Do I hate? Do I hate? Still hate Emma Frost? Hell yeah, I still. I don't know. I do not like Emma Frost as a hero. I don't. As a villain, she's great. She still acts villainous to me. Mm. Um, and I'm glad my Jean is back. Travis Bailey heel turn. They're not playing it up, but yeah, Bailey's turned heel. I mean, there's nothing more to say about that. Um, a lot of people are happy because it's she was having heel tendencies even before this. Hey Chris, what's up? What up, Tony? How are you? I'm fine. I'm gearing up for New York Comic Con. I will be vlogging there, so you will see vlogs, me vlog as well. Day 2, I'll be going for 2 days. The initial first day, Thursday and Friday. Friday, I will be cosplaying as my hero, Spider-Man. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I think it's necessary to cosplay as him. I don't give a fuck what Sony says and the CEO says. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Okay? Yeah, I don't buy it. Not for a second. Happy birthday, Charles, for Tuesday. Mm, I mean, Will Torres. Oh, Torres, yeah. I know Will Torres. Good guy. Let's see what else. Tony Montana. I'm kind of annoyed they turned Brian into a heel in the Brion into a villain into what you think. I don't know if he's a villain. I think I wouldn't say he's a villain. I just think he has the he's just being he crossed the line. Yes, he crossed the line, but he is being somewhat influenced by the new advisor because that new advisor he has low level telepathy and all that. He can kind of whisper things in your ear, make you do things you ain't want. But yeah, I don't think Brion is bad. I think he's kind of like damn it. I heard somebody say it too, what they think he is now, but yeah, but they're kind of keeping him kind of true to his comic counterpart too, because Brion was like that, like very headstrong and fiery and things like that. And also, because he's royalty, that also played a big factor too. But I love that twist that they did with Terra. We all thought, oh, Judas contract coming up right now. Nope. She's like, no, fuck you, Slade. These people treated me better than you ever treated me. And so, yeah, I thought that was smart. I thought that was a good twist. Mm, hey, Chris. Hey, Carolyn. You looking forward to the Halloween season? Well, yeah, somewhat. Halloween is not my favorite holiday. Well, it's not my all-time favorite holiday is Christmas. I love Christmas. I love that time of the year. I would say Halloween is third, but I don't mind when kids come through and ring the doorbell. I love seeing the kids with what costumes they have on or something like that. But I'm not a big fan of these idiots that dress up as clowns and go around being stupid, and it hasn't happened in my area, especially here in New York. But that stuff mostly happens mostly from what I see, it happens in the South, but I've said it before. I told my brothers before, like, yo, if that shit ever happened, you know, let's see how tough they really are when you start coming at them. Let's see how tough they really are, because a lot of them, a lot of these dumb clown guys, I'm like, man, if they ain't shit, if somebody else has got coming at them like that, because that clown shit be pissing me off. Like, mm-mm. But I am looking forward, especially especially if they're gonna run like marathons of favorite Halloween movies I like. Um, Tony Montana, have you been reading the Black Panther, the Client comics? If yes, I have been reading Black Panther. Um, Still reading Black Panther. What was the last issue I read? Basically, T'Challa is out of space now. He's got his memory back and everything like that. I think that was the last issue I read. So yeah. Digimon has was always was all always had better story than you mean Digimon always had better story had a better story than Pokemon, Travis. Yeah. Did you watch the show The Boys? No. Um and I'm probably not gonna watch it until I read the books first. Because I always wanted to read the books first. And I just hadn't had the time to read them or find all of them. Um King of Fighters hardest boss battle. King of Fighters hardest boss battle. Um shit. I'm forgetting his name, but he was shirtless, had the tattoos on him. I'm forgetting his name right now off the top of my head. He was pretty hard to me. Um Dre Bush. Any movies you looking forward to this autumn? Um, I still need to see It Chapter Two. I'm getting a lot of mixed reviews, mixed reactions of friends that say they liked it, but they didn't like it. Some don't like it. It was all right. One was better. Um, but Movies I'm looking forward to in the autumn, definitely Rambo. Definitely Rambo. For sure. They took his niece. Fucked up, man. Um, I definitely want to see the Mister Rogers movie with Tom Hanks. I think Star Wars coming. So yeah. Maryland Wolves, Joe Chris, what's up? What up? Um, AJ Daniels, what's your personal favorite era in WWE between the Attitude Era or the Golden Age, the 80s, early 90s? Personally, I'm gonna have to say early 80s, 90s. Um, Yeah, think of that. Why? It was a lot more fun. It didn't wasn't as I liked the Attitude Era, but there was not enough wrestling in the Attitude Era. You know, yeah, it was great to see people rise to the occasion, like your Stone Colds, your Rocks, your people like that. But there wasn't a lot of wrestling. Um, 80s, 90s, there were just some matches that you could still watch to this day and be like, damn, that was a good match. When you go back and watch the pay-per-views from and Raws from the Attitude Era all the way up to the Ruthless Aggression Era, yeah, it's different. So yeah. But nor did I say I hated the Attitude Era. But I'm just saying, think about it truthfully. There was not a lot of wrestling. And there's a lot of people that keep saying, oh, they need to go back to the Attitude Era. For what? For what? So, and I say this is what I say when I say that shit. When I say stuff like that, when I hear people say, so what? So they can show titties and boobs and ass and shit. And I jokingly say, dude, if you want to go fucking watch a porn if you want to watch that shit. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, comic robots. Do you think that Cyclops is still a dick? No, he's kind of learned his lesson from his dickery. There you go. Next. Oh god damn! There's so many questions just popped up. Okay. Um. Mm, 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 mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, I wish I had some music on. Put some music on. Don't mind me. I need some music. Uh, okay. Okay. Still mad about the deal being broke. Are you going to New York Comic Con? Of course I am. All right. Maryland Wolves. Went to a local Amish market Thursday and had some bomb ass food recently. Had my fudge that I brought and it was good. Tony Montana, do you think Disney and Sony are both to blame for the mess? Absolutely. Ain't no. We're the losers. Why? Because both Sony and Disney they want to play a dick measuring contest with each other. Oh, we own the character, but let's be honest here. Kevin Feige and his team made that character, put that character back to where he needed to be. And now y'all just gonna ruin it because y'all can't founder a deal. Y'all Sony wants so badly to do this stupid Venom crossover with him, which I did not like that movie. Never mind. Uh Let's see. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Oh my, that's how it's good. Okay. Have you read any Korean webtoons? Oh, not of late or any. Clowns are gonna become huge this holiday because of it. Chapter 2, probably, yeah. Uh, Tony asks me, have you heard about the possibility of the Wolverine versus Hulk movie? Yes, I have. I heard about that, and I actually was gonna do a. I was actually gonna do a. I was actually gonna do a. I was actually gonna do a geek thought video on that of a possibility that they're gonna do Hulk versus Wolverine to introduce the Hulk. I mean Wolverine into the MCU. And this also is said that they will also introduce Alpha Flight. If they do that, that is brilliant. That is brilliant if they do that. I'll tell you why. Not only will they be paying homage to Incredible Hulk 180, where Wolverine first appeared, but it'll live up to what I said. Do not introduce every X-Men character in one movie. Be different. That'd be great. And Alpha Flight, we have never seen Alpha Flight live action. So it'd be great to see Puck and North Star and Aurora, Vindicator and Guardian, Shaman, Sasquatch, and the Wendigo. Yeah, see? So yeah, if they do that, it's great. Um, uh, do you think Sony should buy? Do you think Disney should buy Sony from Sony Spidey's rights or just negotiate a new deal? Um, a Hurricane wants just them to buy him out. I don't need that, but it may happen anyway. If Comcast buys Sony, Disney will own Sony by default because Comcast is owned by Disney. Um, Caroline, what's your favorite movies to watch around Halloween time? Well, Halloween is one. um, um, Halloween, Idle Hands. Yeah, it's a cheesy movie, but it's a fun cheesy movie. Um, uh, Hocus Pocus. I love that movie. So that when that comes on, I'm watching that. The Mummy. For some reason, I watch The Mummy a lot. When I'm talking about the original or the first two that Brendan Fraser did. Oh, Van Helsing. I like Van Helsing. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I like that movie. Hey Chris, nice Spider-Man action pick. Yeah, that was from one of you pack members. That was from pack member Galactus Girl. She got that from me. He's not alone though. Look. The Street Shark down there. Best Digimon villain. That's a hard one because there was a lot of good Digimon villains. I'm probably gonna. Man, that's a hard one. Yeah. Tony, do you think they could introduce Aurora, aka Storm, in Black Panther 2 before making her an X-Men? Yeah, they could. We only know that Black Panther 2 is happening in 2021, I believe. Yeah. We don't know what the story is, but yeah, they could. It'd be great. You know? Mark Wolf King Duke. Hey, that's my nickname. My dad calls me that. Coming. Are you thinking of getting Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch? Yeah. I've already seen the whole story, but it'd be great to. They did a good job with that, especially how they introduced a lot of characters. I love how they introduced Iron Fist, Daredevil. They did a great job with the X-Men. That was great. Joker is getting rave reviews. I hear. You know, whatever. You know, happy for it, but that's I don't really care because I just don't care. Orochi, thank you, Charles. Couldn't remember his name. Um, what up? Shiny 2311. What up? Yeah, I really don't care about the Joker movie. If it does good, congrats. But it's honestly, do we need a Joker movie? It's not even really the Joker. It's like my Joker has always been the guy wrapped in mystery. You never knew what his origin was. I don't need it. I don't need this. Now they're just talking about this could be the movie that finally gets Joaquin Phoenix's Oscar. Okay. Let me see. Okay, Tony Montana says, I have the perfect cast for She-Hulk. Jean-Claude Van Damme's daughter, she's in great shape and gorgeous. Check it out. I've seen his daughter. Yeah, she is pretty. I don't know what they're going to do. Whoever they pick, it should be interesting. I still feel they should have two actors. Pre-Gamma, post-Gamma. Tell the difference. Yeah, I forgot Ghostbusters too. Can't forget Ghostbusters. Okay, Beetlejuice. That's another one, good one too. I'm not really that bummed that they're not making a sequel to that. And of course, yes, Charlie Brown. Got to throw in some Charlie Brown up in there. Did you ever find the Disney film song of the South offended? Most of the controversy. Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they. Well, when Disney Plus comes, that you got to pay for that movie. They're not gonna have it on like their streaming thing. So my problem with Disney is they try to negate their own racist past, so everybody could just say, "Oh, this Disney, they're." You shouldn't run. You should educate people on that. Like, yeah, okay, we were bad. We were stupid, like any company that started back in the 30s and stuff like that. There was a time where we were really ignorant and stupid. You know what I'm saying? So why hide that? All right. Marion, hey Chris, I gotta work in the morning, so I can't stay long. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you for coming through. Um, Tony Montana, are you annoyed they won't they won't have Blade rated R? We can't see blood or deep injuries and people. What do you think? I ain't mad at that. It's I'm not mad at that. I'm not no gore hound. I'm not mad at that because people constantly keep thinking they can't go dark with. Look at the last couple of Marvel movies. They've been dark. Like they can still do it. There's nothing wrong with Soul Blade ain't cursing. Is that what people want to hear them curse? Like, what bothers me about that is all these people mad about that. It's Disney. When have you ever seen Disney do a rated R movie? Never. There have been some times Disney have gone like, whoa, this Gargoyles is a good example of that. That's a Disney cartoon, but you clearly remember when Elisa was shot and laying in her own pool of her own blood. It was like, wait, what? Like, whoa. But the fact is, I am not mad about that. Why should I be? We're getting a new Blade. We should be more proud of it and more excited than nitpicking what you can't see or blood spatter and things like that. You remember when Nick Fury got shot up? You clearly saw blood pop, pop, pop. Like dark, they can still do it. Um, did you hear about the comments that Stanley's daughter said about this? You know what? I'm not getting with her. I don't know what her issue is right now because let's be honest, she hasn't had a good track record herself of some of the things claiming she's done to her own father. So, and be quiet. Like Disney and Marvel never showed respect to my father. What are you smoking, woman? Like, are you smoking something? Oh, they didn't call me when he died. Get out of here. Do you think Legacy of Kane should get an anime? I'll take it. Do you think? Do you think even the gods would fear Godzilla? Yeah, maybe. Explosion. What up? What's your favorite Spider-Man movie? Solo Spider-Man movie. I gotta go with Far From Home. It took the top spot from Spider-Man 2. Have you ever watched The Titans show. No, and I don't really care about that show. But everybody keeps saying season 2, that first episode was really good. Maybe I'll check it out. But they do got a lot of my favorite DC slash Titans on there. But I don't know. Steve. That was good. Next up. Dance off, bro. Me and you. Sorry, I just need some music. This song has been in my head all day. If MCU going gay character, they should introduce North Star or Wiccan. Not just Wiccan. They can North Star, Miss America. They've already announced that the Valkyrie now is gay. So yeah. So I got no problem with them introducing gay characters. Just introduce the characters that are already established gay. Don't change a character gay just to set a trend or you know where I'm going at with that. Don't do that. Do you think a movie of the Joker without Batman can work? Sounds risky. Do you think? Yeah, it's pretty risky. It is very risky. It is very risky. Funniest Uncle Phil moment from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was funny, but when Vivian was pregnant and Phil and Will were trapped. Phil and Will, I got to rank that rhyme. Phil and Will were trapped in the elevator, and there was a guy who was smoking on the elevator. You're not supposed to smoke on the elevator. And Uncle Phil said, "Sir, son said you're not supposed to smoke." And he's all, "Yeah, whatever." And Uncle Phil just takes it out and is looking at him. And then when the elevator broke down, they needed to use the cell phone, and they were like, "Look, Will, he's got a cell phone." And he's like, "We got to get that phone." And then the guy was being a dick, basically saying, "Yeah, like I needed that cigarette." So it's like, "Yeah, I need that shot of nicotine up in me." So then Uncle Phil just said, "Sir, give me that damn phone. I'm eat your heart out, eat it raw." And that shit cracks me up all the time. And Will just said, "That's right, boy, eat two for a snack." And he gives him the cell phone too, but it was so funny. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, James Avery. Man. See what else we got here. I'm probably gonna be watching the Mummy movies and Van Helsing a lot this October too. Yeah, I love the Van Helsing. Hugh Jackman. You know why? Because his Van Helsing reminds me of one of my favorite animes, Vampire Hunter D. He looks just like D. The only thing he's not is he don't have his talking hand. But I love that the first opening where he fights Mr. Hyde. I also love Alan Silverton's his music. That beginning music that he has for Van Helsing. I love that. And the first Mummies were good. I love that. I love the Brendan Fraser movies. Me and my brother were actually talking about it. That was the first time we actually got to see Rachel Weisz for the first time. We're like, who is she? Ooh, she cute. It's like, yeah. And still one of the funniest scenes in that is Well, it wasn't meant to be funny, but me and my brother and my cousin, we kind of laugh at it when the scarab goes inside the guy's hand and it starts crawling up into his brain, and he comes through it, and he starts running. He cracks his head. Yeah, we crack up laughing. We weren't. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but it's funny to us for some strange reason. It's funny. Uh, what's up, man? Ran into you at MegaCon. Blue 0098. Hey, I've met a lot of people at MegaCon. I enjoyed my time at MegaCon. I definitely want to go back. And I've constantly keep apologizing to people who have watched my MegaCon vlog and maybe didn't have my maybe didn't have I didn't, because like I said before, when I was transferring all my video files to my computer, some of them got corrupted, and I'm like, oh, and I felt so bad about that. And when my vlog went up, everybody was like, oh, where am I? And I'm like, I felt so bad. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed MegaCon. I definitely want to go back to MegaCon again. It was fun. But like I said, I got a lot of other conventions I want to get to off my bucket list. Out of state, I'm talking. There's Dragon Con. There's the Chicago Con. I forget what they call it. San Diego, of course, is on the list. Emerald City Convention. The next one that I'm going to is a smaller convention out of state. It's going to be in Virginia Beach. And it's only for 2 days, but I'm definitely going to go there. So yeah, but I am going to New York Comic Con. I'll save for that, so I will be going. Miogaman. Okay, got a lot of people coming through. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Myogamon. That's a good one, Eliza. I also watch a Great Pumpkin. Tony Montana. Since T'Challa will be back on the throne after 5 years of absence, who reigned during his absence since Shuri was dead too? Well, more likely we saw that it was Okoye, like maybe also the council, maybe they all didn't die. So, and the Queen Mother, she's still, we don't know if she was gone too. So, Caroline, Universal Monsters rule. Yeah. And Beetlejuice too. Okay. Favorite tally moment from Mass Effect 3. My favorite moment is definitely when they got their homeland back, and Tally is just reminiscing about the time she shared, and where she wants to put her home, and she removes her mask, but we never get to see what she looks like, and then they gave us that piss poor Photoshop of what she looks like underneath the suit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she looked nice, the actress, but it's just like they could have put more time and effort into seeing what Quarians look like underneath their protective suits. Let's see. Nightmare Christmas, yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas. Frankenweenie, never really watched that. R.L. Stein's Monsterville Connect. And I watch all the Scooby-Doo movies too, from the early 80s, like Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. I love that. Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island, the original one. That one was, because they're making a sequel to that, and it just throws the whole movie out of what now? There's a trailer, Return to Zombie Island, and they go on record saying we've been here before, but it's just like it makes that first movie. I initially remember me and my brother was just talking about it not too long ago when they first advertised Zombie Island on Cartoon Network. They did this great montage, like they have unmasked over 200 or 800 or something people, like, and then they went into and the beat got dark, and they played that kind of how that theme, and then basically the whole concept was this time the monsters are real, and that whole movie played up so well. Like you got the gang in this situation where they're going. It's a zombie. It's really zombies. It's not fake. And I'll never forget that first time. You know, they were like, Freddy was trying to remove the zombie mask, and he's like, "It's the ferryman." No, it's the gardener. And then and he pulls the zombie's head right off. He's like, it's real. And then it just that whole tone of that movie, just the artwork was good. And those were during the time when they had all them slew of movies where it got legitly real with the Scooby and the gang. Like they did that, the Witch's Ghost. The only one that wasn't like when they did when they went into cyberspace. But other than that, they were really dealing with real, legit monsters and aliens and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, this is a different approach to Scooby-Doo, but it was working. So when I heard they were doing this, I was like, I gotta look at this trailer, and it just makes me. I was like, no, this ain't working. I love Scooby-Doo, but that just when you're dealing with Zombie Island like that, and it doesn't make sense anymore too, because it's like, why are the zombies coming back? Because the zombies in that movie, the first movie, came back for a specific reason. They weren't bad. They were actually good. They were all the people that Jacqueline and all of them killed. They were like cat. They were like cat people, and they were sucking life out of people. It reminded me of one of my favorite Stephen King movies, Sleepwalkers. Yeah, that's what they remind me of. They were like those cat-like feline that sucked the life out of people. That movie, like I said, Zombie Island was really, because it really made you kind of look at like, Scooby and the gang could die in this. Like, they could really die. Like, I remember when they actually captured Scooby and Shaggy, and they were sucking the life out of them. I'm like, whoa. It was like, it was crazy. That was one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies. Zombie Island. That's my shit right there. Tony Montana, there was an Easter egg of Namor and everybody keeps saying that the whole water, earthquake. I will still leave that up to interpretation. That's all I'm saying. I hear it, but not really to me. Water quake. Oh, okay, yeah. Atlantis, Namor. Okay. Disney is the real life, and no, that's not a good thing. What do you think of Eve Bakara from Mass Effect? Wait, who is she again? I can't remember. I know Eve. You're talking about the new you're talking about from Mass Effect. Which one is that? She was the shaman from Mass Effect, the Krogan shaman. She's cool. She's badass too. Like, I know what you're talking about. Disney is becoming a monopoly juggernaut after owning so many companies. Yeah, as what most of us say, they're becoming the empire. Uh, uh everyone's coming as one stupid ending before it was all. Hey, bro, DPZ, what's up? I'll say. Since you're buying Marvel Ultimate Alliance, are you going to buy the DLC Impact, which includes the Marvel Knights? Of course, when I do get a Switch and stuff. Hey, I'm no gorehound either. Okay, Disney does do rated R movies, namely through their Tombs Touchstones pictures and yeah, but most likely those touchstones and um uh Miramax, they're not. That's still, yeah, it's owned by Disney, but those are still under, they say Miramax. It doesn't say Disney. So funniest Brooklyn moment from Gargoyles. I never really thought about funny moments from Brooklyn. Most of the moments from Brooklyn and Gargoyles have always been serious to me. So I really don't look at funny moments like that. That should have been more like Broadway, and there's been a couple. Um, well, technically, Touchstone is under Disney, so Pulp Fiction is a rated R movie. Laughing out loud, yeah. um, these are good this year. Okay. Um, if Disney, if Disney does the Punisher, Howard, however, has to be I don't see it working any other way. That's nope, because as vicious as Frank can be, look at what Bucky did. There you go. Nobody can tell me what he did to the Starks wasn't vicious. And that would be a way I would actually bring in Frank. Is like he teams up with Bucky or somewhere down the line. That'd be really cool. A Winter Soldier movie with the Punisher. John Bernhoff coming back. That'd be great. I know he's gonna be in the next Ghost Recon. So I'm definitely gonna play that. I do love my Ghost Recon. Um, Tony Montana, how much do you bet that if they remake The Hunchback of Notre Dame, they will water it down so much that you can't could take away all the religious themes? What do you think? Um, Pretty much. I don't want everything remade. Um, which they don't need to. I'm looking forward to the Mulan because they're pulling more from the actual Mulan, and but I doubt they'll go even that further because Mulan committed suicide because she didn't want to be the emperor's uh, wife, confidant. So there's a lot of story behind that, but who knows? I'm just saying, it's just who it is. But we'll see. I saw the trailer for the Lady and the Tramp. I'm like, okay, now they're going a little too far with that stuff. I'm just saying they're going a little too far. Uh, Going a little too far. which like I said, I don't care too much about, but it's just weird. Next, do you think Maximum Carnage would be good movie? Would be a good movie if they adapted from the video game 2 hours of Spider-Man Venom playing it old fashioned. Would they adapt from the video game? Well, the video game was adapted from their actual comic, so they're gonna adapt from their original source if they did that, and I wouldn't trust Sony to do it right. Plus, they couldn't do it right because not every character is in it. Not a bunch. Where is it? So yeah, not a bunch. Let's see. What else we got here? All right, next question. Caroline, Into the Spider Verse. I freaking love Spider. So good movie. It's animated, but it was good. That's what maybe Sony should have stuck with, just animated. Here's what's gonna happen. Sony is gonna have a flop and then come crawling back to the mouse. I, if it's not their stock that's gonna keep, someone's gonna bring them back. And trust me, mark my words, it's gonna happen. DP's on the right track. It's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen like that. PS Spidey Bells. PS Spidey Bells is now one of my favorite. Oh, okay. Which Spider-Man movie villain do you think is the best? I'll go. It's still close. Alfred Molina, but Michael Keaton's Vulture. And I don't care what anybody says, but seeing Peter fight Mysterio and the all illusions, that brought a tear to my eye because it's like this is right out of the comics. It was just great. I I thought Jake Gyllenhaal did a great job as Quentin Beck, and the way they explained Quentin Beck was even really good. Okay, I got it. Makes sense. And yeah, Willem Dafoe, of course, but um, let's see. Uh, but they turned a tight. But they turned a straight character gay, namely Iceman, the biggest playboy in X Men. Yeah, Bendis did that. He wrote that, and it was stupid, but never made me hate the character. Still, Iceman is one of my favorite X Men, and he will always be my favorite X Men. He ain't never gonna change. So yeah, Bendis did that. It was stupid for them to do it, but yeah, made no sense. At first, they just said it was past Iceman, but then that it was like, but wait a minute, how if past Iceman, younger Iceman was gay, then that means present Iceman should be in it. Did the whole thing, but yeah, it is what it is. Uh, the legendary Kong versus. That's too. Uh, for years, I never knew James Irby voiced the Shredder until a month later. Really? You really didn't know that James Avery voiced 80 Shredder? That's crazy. That's I find that hard to believe at times. You could clearly hear that was him. James Irby could have played Wilson Fisk if Kingpin came out in the 90s. Tony Montana are there are some Star Wars fans that are starting to become very offensive towards Naomi Ackles casting. They haven't learned from the Kelly Marie Tran situation. What do you think? Just stupid fans. That's it. That's all. Tony Montana, I'm very worried for Birds of Prey. It's starting to look like David Aver's Suicide Squad. What do you think? I didn't see it yet. I know Tyrone Magnus, one of the guys that I kind of my mentor in terms of doing reactions. I seen him react to like a teaser of it. I didn't watch it. I'm kind of still on the offense about this Birds of Prey movie. You know, I'm kind of offense, still a little on the fence with the casting, some of the casting, as well as the fact that Harley is forms the team. Like, nah. Most painful looking mishap from Jackass or the dude some you've seen. All of them. I ain't gone even. I've heard there was plans of some they would do a Imhotep for the Frazier. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Did you see AEW All Out? What do you think of the ladder match? No, I didn't. I saw clips of it. Looked crazy. Same kind of stuff you would think from the from I'm forgetting their freaking names now. But yeah, it is what it is. A little bit of the bubbly. Uh, are you ever have you ever listened to Ice T's Cop Killer on his? Of course I have. Of course I have. Do you know what's on my bucket list, Chris? Playing Dungeons and Dragons. Never been a big fan of that. I respect it, but I'm not a fan of not I don't play it. From the third Wonder Woman movie, Diana must learn how to fly or go back to her island and travel in Tartarus. Would be a great idea. You mean learn how to fly? I don't know. Let's not jump ahead right now. Let's just looking forward to the next movie. Let's do it like that. But I do say this: Cersei's better be in one of that last movie. Uh, that reminds me. Do you think Cheetah will be portrayed? How do you think Cheetah will be portrayed in uh, Wonder Woman 84? She better be portrayed similar to what because they're using Barbara Minerva. They're not using the original Priscilla. Priscilla, forgetting her the original cheetah, the one that just dressed up in a cheetah suit. They're using the one that's prayed to cat God, to God, and the one you see that's always fighting Diana. I'm hoping she's gonna be like that. Do you like retro stuff? Of course I do. Which is Ghost is my favorite Scooby Doo movie. That's a good one. For the next Spider-Man PS4 movie, they must bring the Chameleon and Craven, right? I'm sure they will, or I'm sure they're bring the other villains that they did not put in there. They're there. We know they are. We heard them, Spidey, talk about them. I'm not going to give this a chance. In my opinion, Scooby Doo on Zombie is the greatest Scooby Doo movie of all time. It's up there. Scooby Doo versus The Walking Dead. How would it go down? Be too jokey. They wouldn't. In no way they're doing that. I don't think it's fair to judge Jared Leto for his Joker performance. He didn't have a full movie like Nicholson and uh, uh, Nicholson and Ledger to show off the skill. Most of his scenes were cut. So, any thoughts? Somewhat, but to me, how you get my attention as Joker is you make me feel uneasy when you're on screen, and he did with the whole, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just getting. And his look where I was like, okay, I'm a little uneasy with that, but it is what it is. He is still a joker. He is still Joker. He's still a Joker. Wolverine and Brock. Wolverine probably want to kill that boy. Um, I've actually came across Scooby Doo. Okay, let's see. Oh God, really? Xenomorph infestation? That's not even. That's sick. No, I don't own any plushies. What are some what some people don't know about Frank Castle is that he doesn't want other people to be like him. Exactly. Do you think Disney should and do an animated movie on the African tale after should wait how let me am I reading this wrong? Do you think Disney should do an animated movie on the African tale after Aladdin, Moa, and Coco? What African tale? You just you didn't give me. All right, thank you for coming through. Tony Montana, James Gunn casted Nathan Fillion for the Suicide Squad. Who do you think he's hoping? I don't know. I know Peter Capaldi is going to be in it too. The doctor who played the 12th Doctor, right? Yeah, or 13th. Yeah, Peter Capaldi is going to be in it too. So it makes me wonder who he playing. Bendis was just pandering. It's Bendis. Like I said, he's hit or miss. How is Sony going to make a movie about Spider-Man now that his identity is out? That's the big question. A lot of people have that question. Like, how are you going to explain that now? And I keep saying, then it's just going to be a semi freaking reboot again. And that's why I'm saying, Tom, like, I'm like, I hear Tom Holland saying, like, oh, it's in good hands. Stop pandering. Like, I know you're employed by them, but don't don't do that. Don't be on their dick like that. Yes, in case you didn't know, it's football season. I hate football. One more day, whatever. Hence why football fights I, I can't stand the Star Wars fandom. They they get crazy. They do get crazy, a little nuts. What do you think of James Cameron's treatment for his Spider-Man? Apparently, Electro was more act to as opposed to electrician. No. Do you think they should try King Atel Atlan as an for a future Aquaman movie? Well, it looks like it. Whatever the next Aquaman movie is going to be, it's going to focus definitely on Manta, probably, which would be perfect. Um, as for King At, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if it gets a third movie. I should. Um, what was there a Scooby Doo ghost that scared you as a kid? When I was a kid, there was the ghost called the Creeper. Creeper, Creeper, Creeper. Nah, none of the ghosts from Scooby Doo scared me. Nope, none of the ghosts scared me. Not even a bit. Um, aren't you disappointed that they didn't use the any Jack Kirby design for the patterns of the Eternals costumes? A little, but it is what it is. I'm not really that excited for the Eternals anyway. Yes, I know the Eternals. I've read books that they were in. I'm more interested in seeing what they do with the Black Knight. That's more. 'Cause I've always liked the Black Knight. I was like, okay, I like that character, but you know, I do want them to introduce more British characters from the British Marvel side of Marvel. Like Captain Britain, MI13, all those characters like that. Spitfire. I want more speedsters in the MCU besides Quicksilver, and I don't know what they're gonna do with that because this dude he's still under contract. He signed a multi-picture deal. It's like bring him back, do something. What do you think Cersei's will be? But how do you think Cersei will be portrayed in Wonder Woman movies if she'd ever be done to show up? Uh, I wouldn't mind if she was more portrayed kind of like she knew Hippolyta before Diana, and Hippolyta is the one that maybe cursed her or put her, and trapped her, or so, and so it becomes more of a, it's more of a, it's more of a like a revenge, sins of the mother story kind of. That's the way I look at it. Um, that's just me. Let's see. Next up, will Peter out for now of the MCU? Which character should be the new face of the MCU? My money is on Kamala. They keep saying it probably is going to be Kamala because she kind of has that same attitude. I don't care. I just don't want them to keep saying the new Spider-Man because there will never be a new Spider-Man. Like there'll never be somebody to replace Spider-Man. The way they always said is replace Spider-Man, but it might be Kamala. It most likely probably will be her. Um, What was your reaction to Goku mastering Ultra Instinct? He didn't master it. He still has. If you're talking about that other Dragon Ball, that's not canon. He has not mastered Ultra Instinct yet. So, but when he fully used it, I was whoa. But then you saw what happened. His body still has to adjust to it. So he hasn't mastered it yet. Spider-Man's reaction to Disney. What the yeah. Big Planet. Hey Chris, how you doing? How powerful would Pennywise be if he had the yellow lantern ring? Don't forget, Wise feeds off of fear. Ooh, yeah, that is true. If he had the Sinestro core ring, it'd be interesting. Kristen Stewart, terrible actress. Uh, she's not my cup of tea, but I would never say she's a terrible actress. There is that movie that's coming out with her called Underwater or something like that, and I'm like, what the hell is that chasing them? Like it looks like a mermaid mixed with Kaluthu. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like I got a kind of a good. I paused it when I reacted to the trailer, and you could see it, and I'm like, it looked like Kaluthu from the face, but it looks like a mermaid. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of creepy. I want to see that movie because I also reacted to that called Antlers. It's a movie about Wendigo. And I'm not talking about the Wendigo from Marvel. I'm talking about the actual legend, Native American legend, the Wendigo. It's got Kerry Russell in it. Uh, it would be a waste if Aaron Taylor never came back. Yeah, it'd be a waste. It's a major waste if he doesn't come back when this dude signed a multi-picture deal. It's like how you sign him, then you kill him off. That's why I've always said that I'm thinking that the WandaVision is going to touch on that. Like we're going to see Quicksilvers from different worlds or so. That'd be the perfect way. Like, what if there's a world where he didn't die, but Wanda died? So he's miserable, and then he sees this Wanda from like now. See, that's where you can play on this multiverse stuff now. Like, and everybody was like all in like, oh, multiverse. That stuff was mentioned already in Doctor Strange. The multiverse already exists. So, but yeah, be great to see it. And being that, and also let me even put more light on it. And being the fact that these Disney Plus shows are gonna have effects for the future of the MCU, that's just great. They're part of phases, but it's gonna be good. Uh, what what I like what I liked about the Tournament of Power arc in Dragon Ball Super is the characters like 17 and Piccolo really had a chance to shine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They also shine. They did shine. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I change my profile picture every month. Challenge. Okay. Speaking of Christmas, I just remember that they are releasing a new Charlie's Angels movie. I saw that trailer. It did nothing for me. Like I said, that movie Underwater, that kind of got me. I'm like, oh, this looks kind of serious. Like, all right, may check that out. Did you hear about the original voice actor of Lord Zed passed away? Yes, I did. Heard about it today. Um, rest in peace. I saw a lot of people online that just kept referring to Lucy Liu movies. Don't even acknowledge the show. That's it's just that just goes with the time. You know, most generation, especially this generation, when you hear Charlie's Angels, they only talk about the Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu movie. There was a show rebooted, a reboot show before this new movie, and it was actually produced by Drew Barrymore. It didn't last long, but of course, there's the original show that I was not even born when it came out, but I know about it. It's just who I am. Um, so yeah, uh, I feel like Little Rehard could play Barbara Gordon or Mary Jane Watson. What do you think? Lily Rehart. See, I don't know who she is. Now I gotta go look her up. Sometimes. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, her. I she. How old is she? She Barbara. She could. How old is she? She's 5'6". Yeah, she plays Betty on. She's 22. I could see her playing Stephanie Brown more than Barbara. Yeah, she could be Stephanie Brown right off the rip, right there. There's your Stephanie. Um, Mary Jane. Bottom line is, I don't want no more blondes playing a redhead. Get a natural redhead, or get some. Yeah. And right now, I, whatever. Mary Jane Watson. Why are all female lead movies failing at the box office? What I don't know. What female lead movie are we talking about? What interesting what interesting changes do you think Disney will make to the Little Mermaid remake? Besides Ariel being black, just think about it. Most painful looking spear you've seen in wrestling. Too many. No more ginger erasure. I'm just saying, man. Like, yo, get a natural redhead. Like, there's a bunch out there. Like, my favorite Drew Barrymore movie is Ever After a Cinderella Story. Hmm, that's nice. I seen it. I for me, Drew Barrymore is like she's kind of like for me like a sister because I grew up with her. So but I loved her stuff when she was a kid. Like I like Firestarter when she's like a telepath and stuff like that. I love that. Um, but when Drew got older, and I'm just like, I still need to watch her show on Netflix where she's like a zombie and stuff. I heard that was really good until it got canceled. The movie The Kitchen. Oh, The Kitchen. I didn't. Here's the thing about that movie. That movie got was didn't get have a lot of publicity. Nobody knew about it. So yeah, it didn't get enough. It didn't get enough promotion. Like and it had a pretty good cast, but it was like it didn't get enough promotion. You got to promote it to also get people to be interested. Are you a fan of the Fiend so far? Yeah, I'm cool with it. Um, I'm cool with Bray. This new version for Bray. Let's see how long it lasts. You know, but I just hope they don't really they let him creatively be what he is, and that's it. Um, Cat Mac McNamara would be a damn good Batgirl. Okay, now I need to look her up. We're talking Barbara, right? Number one, she better be a redhead. Oh yeah, she's a redhead. All right, now we're talking. Okay, let me get a good look. Okay, she got red hair. Oh, whoa. Oh, wait, I know her. I've seen this girl before. I've seen her before. I've seen her before. Something I've seen her in. I know I have. Yeah, she was Mia Smoke. I knew I recognized her, and she was on Shadow Hunters. Is she a blonde? Wait, what is she? Blonde or redhead? Well, when you're talking about Babs, they gotta be a natural redhead or not. Like I'm not going for no dye her hair. No. Imagine they casted Michael B. Jordan as Prince Eric. That would blow people right out the water. Well, they've already announced who's going to be Prince Eric. He's the guy that was in Spider-Man Far From Home. The other guy that MJ, the other guy that was trying to get with MJ. That's going to be Prince Eric. Let's see. Next up, very hyped for The Last of Us Part Two. I think it will. Yeah, Barbara. She was an out. Yeah, okay. She's a natural redhead. Yeah, I saw that. That's what that picture must have been. I wouldn't mind. All I'm saying is you got to get it. Whatever they want to do with this Batgirl movie, you got to have somebody who can play the part of Barbara Babs, where you can see that Barbara can stand on her own feet. Use that. One thing people forget about Barbara, she has a photographic memory. That's one of her biggest traits. And the one writer that made that work so well was my friend Gail Simone. That's why I always say to everybody, like, if you want to read a good Batgirl run, Gail Simone's run is the quintessential best Batgirl you ever read. She was so good, and it put Batgirl on another pedestal with a lot of people instead of just she's just a girl that you know dresses up in homage to Batman for saving her life. Nah, there's more to it. Um, what's your favorite scene in any of the classic Universal monster movies? Don't really have a favorite scene. Just like the movies. Have you ever seen the movie Super 8? Because I absolutely loved that movie. I seen Super 8. That was where everybody was thinking Super 8 was a sequel or prequel to Cloverfield and all that other stuff. Guess who said this quote? Children of the night, what sweet music they make. I think I was Dracula. I think I could be wrong. Um, Tony Montana. Natalie Dormer should play Poison Ivy. What do you think? From what last I heard, they're talking about Rihanna playing Poison Ivy, playing Poison Ivy, Pamela Isley, Rihanna. Don't get me wrong, Rihanna's nice to look at, but I don't think she can act that good. Just saying. Natalie Dormer? I'll take Natalie Dormer in any fucking thing. She's got, first of all, I'm not a big fan of the character, but I would have seen Natalie Dormer as Catwoman because she got them cat features. She looks like a cat. She she, she looks like a cat, but not only like but I could see her. I just mentioned that. What I don't know what they're thinking. Uh, this may be me, just me, and this is not a knock on Batgirl, but every time they put her in movies or TV shows with Batman, it is not that special. Case in point, Batman and Robin. Uh, you shouldn't have used that. Well, the whole movie was trash, AJ. That's not a good argument. But if we're gonna go that route, Batgirl, because like I said before, they promote her more of just being, well, she's the semi sidekick, but then they want to also do that she's a love interest for Batman, and I find that so disgusting. Like, yeah, like, hey, Jim, I just fucked your daughter. Like, what the hell? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, that's so nasty. Like, just it's stuff like even go watch the original animated series. Barbara was dreaming about being with Batman, and then in Batman Begins, well, not Batman Beyond. Terry asked him, oh, you like being his partner, and she started smiling about as his girlfriend, and it was just like, wait, what the hell? Like, it's like I said before. It's like I said before. You want to read a good Batgirl, and they need to follow that in her movie, Gail Simone's run. Like, do that. Not. It's just no. All right. Even the '60s show when Batgirl came in, it doesn't feel as good as it. Hey, chill with that. Yolanda, Yvonne passed. Miss Craig passed away. Yvonne Craig passed away. No, I don't. Chill with that. Show a little respect with that one. That was different. It was a different time, and that was different. But if you're looking at my Alicia Silverstone was the most terrible. I don't know what Schumacher and Warner Brothers was thinking about making Barbara Gordon Alfred's niece. And also rest in peace, Alfred. Thanks a lot, you little shit. Stupid. All right, next up, let's keep moving. All right, Rihanna and hell no. Yeah, that's not even a joke. What do you hope Robert Pattinson brings to his portrayal of Batman? The first thing is do something different that they never really focused on. And if it's true what they're saying that this is supposed to be more of a detective storyline, great. Because in none of the Batman movies have we ever really focused on his detective skills. Oh, they show bits and pieces here, but this guy is called the world's greatest detective for a reason, and they never really showcase that. I can see Timothy Chadwick playing as Harry Osborn. He's very talented. Okay, I'll look him up later. Honestly, I prefer Batgirl Donatello over Batman. Batgirl, but plus it's cool that DC and Nickelodeon have characters flirt like that. Batman is terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible shipping. The Killing Joke proved that. That's what I'm talking about. And then even before that, they were doing it. It's disgusting. It's just nasty. Not even. I just thought she was. I thought she was an amazing at Batgirl. I get it, but yeah, just you know. Hey Chris, I gotta go bed for work. Good. Thank you, Mary. All right. That seems to be the last of the. That seems to be the last of the questions right there for now. Or mm, uh, let's see. I agree. I mean I just yeah, oh yeah, that was mm, 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 do, 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 do. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. See, that was supposed to be the that's a image of the SWAT cats. Look at the bottom. Let's see. Uh, Favorite General Zod portrayal in the movies? Um, I'll always go Terrence Stamp. Always before. Damn it, what's his name? I always go Terrence Stamp. He portrayed General Zod the way I felt he always acted like. Terrence Stamp will always be that General's that way. Knew before Zod. Let's see. Next up. Okay. I didn't mind Michael Shannon's portrayal, but I liked Terrence Stamp a lot better. You know, that was who I was trying to think of. Michael Shannon. It was all right, but I liked. To me, he wasn't more of a threat more than Ferriola was. I mean, his 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 second in command. She was more terrifying than he was. I mean, the way she looked at you, I'm like, yo, man, she scary. Like she kind of scared me. I was like, okay, I was more scared of her than Shannon has Zod. Not the biggest fan of Mark Millar. He's like him and Fat Side. They wanted to make the Avengers look badass for the sake of looking badass. And oh yeah, we're gonna have Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. They're basically we're gonna say they're brother and sister, but yeah, incest. They basically didn't come out and say it, but that's how they wrote it. Mark Millar's biggest line of the Avengers was when he was reading them, he thought they were too friendly. It's like when you were reading them, it was what, the 60s? So it's stupid. I don't like out of all the ultimate versions of characters, I didn't like the Ultimate Avengers. I hated Captain America and that's where there's a lot of people that only saw Ultimate Cap. So they got to see him being a dick and a semi-racist at times. It's like, yo, what the is wrong with this guy? I didn't like Ultimate Hulk in that, eating people. Like, why is he eating people? Ultimate Blob eating people. What the cannibalism? Like, really? That wasn't even necessary. They should really bring Doctor Fate into the DCU. I think so. Zatanna should be coming. That's my girl's easy. Would you say X Men: The Last Stand is one of the worst superhero movies of its time? It's not that good, but no, it's far worse. It's far worse than that. Speaking of which, how did Fiora manage to best Superman during their first fight in Man of Steel? Um, Probably because, as she said, he wasn't really trained well. So, I mean, she was already she was way skilled than him. So I was okay with it. But yeah, she was more deadlier than than Zod. I'm sorry, like he Zod was there, but it was just like when they came down, I looked at Zod and I'm like, all right, that if I was Superman, I look at Zod, I'm like, all right, but you, I'm more paying attention to. She scared me. When she was coming after Chris Molini's character, I'm like, yeah, that's creepy. That's fucking creepy. Like she scares the shit out of me. Uh, Found the perfect cast for Jaime Reyes. Zoma, take a look. Okay, y'all keeping dying. I gotta be careful. I gotta recharge my phone. Uh, oh, the dude from Cobra Kai. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, who plays Victor? Yeah, he's. Yeah, I could kind of see him playing Jaime. If they want to bring him into the movie, they want to skip Ted Cord and go right to Jaime. What's your favorite X Men movie? My favorite X Men. We're talking X Men. We're not talking X Men related. If we're talking X Men, I'm gonna go say Days of Future Past. That that one was like, yeah, there we go. Um, who exactly is your favorite DC villainess? Oh, we're talking female. Cersei's is up there. Lady Shiva's definitely up there. Um, I did a list of my favorite villainous a long time ago on my channel. You gotta look for it. Look in the. I think I put it in my opinion spot as a playlist. The opinion spot. I think it's volume 1 of all of them. Some of them, those lists are outdated, and some of them are messed up because I messed up when I did them. Especially my Marvel all-time favorite Marvel heroes. There was a lot of this. There was that list was kind of messed up. I didn't do it right, and I was just when I was just starting out on YouTube, so I just wanted to get it out there and let people know. And I kind of messed up on some of them. Uh, Favorite. See, that's the thing. That's not an X-Men movie. That's a Wolverine movie. I do not count any Wolverine movie as X-Men. When you say X-Men, you're talking future past. If you're saying you didn't say X-Men related, you got to word it right better. I feel like we'll never get a proper live action Brainiac now that Henry Cavill's gone. Who you think? What do you think? Well, we kind of got to see Brainiac in in um Krypton, which he was great. I was like, whoa, okay, worked, looked great. What is your favorite portrayal of Alfred Pennyworth in the movie? Who put? Ah, damn, that's a hard one. I don't know. I like Michael Caine as Alfred. Um, he had a little bit more sense, in my opinion. Like he not only did he care about Bruce, it was more like he would scold Bruce on like stupidity, stupid things like I didn't mind Jeremy Irons, but he didn't have enough play to really get that character down for me. And the original actor that played him in all the four movies, he was just your stereotypical version of a British butler. Just I didn't care too much for it. It was okay. Um, is the Shade a villain? I think I think just I just know him from the TV. Yeah, he's a villain. The Shade ain't the Shade ain't hero. He's a villain. My my bad. Favorite is X-Men movie is X-Men Apocalypse. Really? Wow. What's your favorite mythical creature? We talking cryptics and all that other stuff. If I'm going cryptics, definitely Sasquatch, Bigfoot. Um, but there's so many. I like a lot. All right. Um, okay, let me re let's see, did I miss anything? I think I did. Favorite? No, I did. I answered that. Hello. In their prime, who who you got? Kurt Angle or Bret Hart? Oh, I'm always gonna go Bret. That was my dude back in the day. He's still my dude today. He gave me his glasses when I was younger. 1993, Madison Square Garden. I forgot who he wrestled there, but I was in the front row. We were maybe a row back, but I ran up, to get a better look at Bret. And next, I had my head turned, waving at my dad, like, "Hey, Dad, look!" And then my dad was like, "Look, turn around," and I turned around. I was standing there, and pop, took them off, put them on my head, and I was so happy. I was like, "Dad, look!" And then years later, my dad stepped on them glasses and broke them. Yeah, I had those things for years, and then when I turned 13, no 14, broke. I was mad about that. I'm still mad about it to this day. But I'll never forget getting Bret Hart's glasses. If it's a missed opportunity to not have a powerful emotional scene of Aunt May processing Uncle Peter's secret in Far From Home, like the Ultimate Comics, and just to be okay with that. Do you feel the same way? Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, some way. I mean, they did just. I mean, I mean, it seemed like there was some missed opportunities with that when she did kind of find out, and she was like, "What the?" And then that was it. But you also gotta. It's kind of the same thing in ways of looking at it from another point of view of like, well, this is a different Aunt May, and but still, like that's her nephew out there doing this dangerous stuff, and you know, it is what it is. It is a favorite vampire movie. Favorite movie vampire Dracula. That's it. I'm so jealous of that Bret Hart story. Yeah, it's just fun. It was a good time. It was a good time. Good time. Good time. Good time, my boys. That was real fun. What time is it? Oh, I got a few moments. I got a couple minutes. So yeah. Uh, what else? There was something else I wanted to inform you guys about. Uh, what was it? I think it. I think it has something to do with. Oh, that's what I want. So, have you guys heard about more of the casting for the Mortal Kombat? Did y'all see who's going to be playing Scorpion? My boy Scorpion. That is so excellent casting. Excellent casting. And what did you guys think of Bad Boys? Uh, the Bad Boys trailer. This is gonna be the last one, the final Bad Boys movie. Remember, it was supposed to be four. They were gonna go four, but I guess now, but since Michael Bay's not involved with it anymore, yeah. So now it's just gonna be three. Um, Looking forward to. I actually reacted to that. That was great. I gotta go, Chris. Please, thank you. What are your thoughts on the character Ethan Avey, aka Damage? Uh, Better album, Michael Jackson Thriller or Prince's Purple Rain? Oh my God, damn, that's so hard. Uh, I'll go on just the fact that I would the album I can all the songs I can listen to the full album without like skipping. I would say definitely Thriller. I'm gonna go Thriller. Favorite werewolf. Favorite movie werewolf. I don't have a favorite movie werewolf, but I got a favorite werewolf movie. It's called Dog Soldiers. Check it out if you have not. Shouts out to my bro DPZ for introduced to that movie. That is a damn good werewolf movie. Check it out. But Thriller definitely. I love Prince. Rest in peace to both men. But uh, I can skip around Purple Rain album. I can skip around that. Matter of fact, on my iTunes, I don't have the complete album of Purple Rain. I have a few songs on there from the Purple Rain album, but Thriller, that whole album is on my iTunes. So and I have the album itself. Yeah, I still have CDs and stuff too. Keep, but yeah, no disrespect to Prince at all. Um, but there was a time. If you look up on YouTube, find when Prince and Michael Jackson were together, performed together with the Godfather himself, James Brown. Rest in peace, James Brown. And they never worked together, never performed together again. But yeah, that's a sight. You think they should reboot Roger Rabbit? Hell no! Don't reboot that. No way. Don't know. That's the one thing I'm tired of now is all these reboots and remakes of classics. And the only reason you're making classics because nobody's never seen it. That's why you go and watch the originals. Just saying. Uh, but anyway, gotta go, Chris. Thanks. Well, anyway, my dudes, I'm gonna wrap it up myself too. I wanna do some other stuff. I think I wanted to record a gameplay or watch some more Dashy. As always, I love watching me some Dashy. He just did a last stream on the Blair Witch game. I gotta finish watching that. But anyway, guys, thank you for coming through again. I will be here. I'll be back again. I'm gonna give you the date and okay. So we're gonna go. It's either gonna be the 22nd or the 29th of September. That's gonna be the next one. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Keep subscribing, like, share, subscribe, do what you want. Like I said before, if you want to support your alpha, got merch. Link in the description down below. Um, and I'll see you guys later. And don't want me to go. Go, 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 go. Yes, yes.